Hello, this is Ki with RunScore. Today we'll be covering one of the last steps in scripting, and that will be using scripting internal to the Entries.ini file to be able to affect the data in your database every time you save a record or you do an Alt F4 while in the Enter Edit name screen, or run the command update all entries. The simple thing on this is we can look at what the Entries.ini gives us by going to Help. We're going to type in Search Update. We're going to list the topics and updating entries. Notice it talks all about here of how to use the Entries.ini, talks about definitions of some of the things that will make easier for you to control that race, and some of the other information. Today I'm going to go ahead and use the 5K advanced race sample. We're going to go in and look at the Entries.ini. We do that by miscellaneous, edit Entries.ini update file. We're going to open that. And we have all the information above for the system's definitions, for actions we might, and custom variables in here. We're going to go down here to the first section that I want to use. Each section under here, under the control sessions, the control, with the brackets on either end, says that this will be the macro you're setting up to be used by the Entries.ini, in this case to select or create a registration date. Here we're going to, under control, we're going to select the bib greater than 0 and select the registration date or reg date in the database equals to blank. We're going to selected the registration date, and the selected message we're going to use a system variable of date. There are no percent calls in this, so the data section is none or blank. I recommend you use none just to show that you're not making any percent calls in this. So by doing closing this and running the update, or running it from the Alt F4 or the update all entries, or even saving a record, you'll go ahead and create the registration date for that person. One of the next things we can do is use a control section that actually calls for parameters that you would have on a normal script, which would be beside the RSM to call %1, %2. But in this case, we're going to have the selected age is equal to %1, the selected age and selected message %2. In the data, we now go in here and we're going to look for an age of 0, 0, and we're going to strip off the leading 0 and fill that age now with 0 all the way up through 9. So we've got rid of leading zeros for the low ages to create no problems. Again, nice, easy, simple way. This is your %1 and this is your %2 with a space between them. You can do this with chip data, all the other things here and there. But now let's talk about, we're going to add the division or from the category information needed below. We're going to select, under the control section, we're going to select sex equals %1 and select age greater than or equal to %2 and select age less than or equal to 3. And we're going to select race equals a value. We're going to select the division, and we're going to use the selected message to %4. So in here, we would have, if you're female, 1 to 9, your message would be %4, which is this. The race would be R, %5. And we're going to go ahead and fill out the division for all the runners and walkers on this race, or 5K in this situation, to do all that we need to. Now, it's a lot of stuff to be typing in each time. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and select all this information. We're going to copy, or we're going to cut that. We're going to go down here now, and under the data, we're going to go dot include tab age groups dot text. We're going to go up here and we're going to create a new record. We're going to insert all that information, and we're going to file, save file as. We're going to make sure it's in the advanced race samples, 5K advanced. We're going to go down here and type in that age groups dot text. We're going to save that. We're going to go back here where we've got the age groups dot text. We're going to save that. We're going to go ahead and double click on this and edit that, and now notice that we've got all of those values in here. So we can copy that age group's text over from year to year from a sample or whatever to adapt that. Now we've called, instead of typing all those values in, we've got it in a simple text file that we can call and do everything else. We can do a whole bunch of other things of adapting the data in there with event names, with categories, with shirt sizes and everything else, trying to clean up the data we have. And very simple to do and everything else. Every macro that we could run from a different program or a different listing file, a macro listing file, we can create that same thing in, again, the control section, and the data will be down below the caret data, or pardon me, bracket data in bracket. So again, if we're not calling any percent calls, if we're just going custom variables or system variables, we leave the data as none. If we're going to use information, the %1 through %2 on this, we will use that in the data section. Easy to do, nice. It'll help you adapt all of your information under your database during the save, or if an update all entries. So very simple, very easy, and can help you in the future. If you have any questions on this or any of the other videos we've done, or any questions about RunScore, please contact us at support. And until then, we will talk to you on the next video. Have a nice day.